So today is called Gaudete Sunday, the third Sunday of Advent, the Sunday of rejoicing because the Lord is near, the Sunday of rejoicing. That's why these salmon-colored vestments are rose-colored, are for the third Sunday of Advent and the third Sunday of Lent. Third Sunday of Lent is also a Sunday of rejoicing because our salvation is near. And normally the celebrant would wear it, but since he's not, he said, "No, you wear that one. I don't like that one." So, okay. So that's why I'm wearing it. So that's what Gaudete Sunday is about. And this Sunday, of course, we have John the Baptist. He's the second cousin of Jesus. Remember, Mary went to visit her cousin Elizabeth, who was in her 6th month. And the child to be born was John the Baptizer. So he's the second cousin of Jesus. And John was a prophet, obviously. Last Sunday, remember, they said he grew up on curds or honey and locusts. He lived in the desert. But John knew who he was. That's very clear in today's gospel. He knew who he was and what his mission was in life and how to fulfill it. And John had two missions. He had to speak. He had to be a voice, like he said, "Who am I? I'm a voice crying in the wilderness, make way the Lord." And then he had to testify. So it says those two things about him. He came, he was not the light. This is the evangelist John writing. He came for testimony, to testify to the light, that all might believe. He was not the light, but came to testify to the light. Well, what does testify mean? Or to witness. That means he, for some reason, has the ability, God gave him, to recognize the Messiah, the Christ, when he comes. And so when Jesus did come to the waters to be baptized, and he's baptized, walks away, and John says, "Behold the Lamb of God. Behold him who takes away the sins of the world." So John had an intimate relationship with the person of Jesus that he immediately, everybody else was there. They saw this guy come down to get baptized, but they didn't see a Messiah. John did. And then his voice. Well, voice, we speak, and then it's over. And then the word goes forth. And that's it. Unless you're like me, who never stops talking. But no, voice. The voice isn't what so much is impacting on us. The voice is meant to die down. Send the message and to go away. The message is meant to stay. As it says in Isaiah, "My word will go forth from me and not return until it achieves the end for which I sent it." So it's the outcome, whatever that word is that's spoken. So, for example, and this is, we don't have a fire going on in here. Well, we do with the candles. But if all of a sudden back at the church somebody hollered, "Fire!" I don't think we'd turn and say, "Well, what's he going to say next?" We already got the message. Fire. And so whoever says that, the voice goes away, the word remains and has its effect. And that's what happened with John the Baptizer. So when they said to him, and he gets a little upset, it seems like, with him. They said, "Who are you?" And he says, "I am not the Christ." "What are you then? Are you Elijah?" And then he cuts what he said the first time in half. "I am not." "Are you the prophet?" And now he really cuts it down. "No." "Did you hear me the first time?" So, okay, I am not, no. But so John the Baptist did what he was to do. He was the voice, and he's the one that testified to the light, "Behold the Lamb of God." That was his purpose in life. That's the purpose for which he was created. That's what he was created for. To get the people ready for the coming of the Messiah and to point him out when he came. We all have a purpose. As Jesus says, anyone baptized into the kingdom is greater than John the Baptizer. We all have a purpose for which we were created. And it's up to us really to find out what that is. And as we grow older, we can still pray, Lord, help me to continue to fulfill the purpose for which you created me. I mean, he might not speak in our ear or anything, but if we keep praying that, he will move us in the direction for which he created us. And for those who are younger, a couple of you guys over here, teenagers, that's a prayer you might want to pray every day. Lord, move me in the direction for which you created me. For which you created me. Because that covers a lot of things. First of all, God's going to move you in the direction in which he created you. If you pray that prayer, and you might not recognize it, but 20 years from now, you'll look back and say, oh, now I see how that prayer took flesh. It's an insurance policy too. Lord, if I'm praying at a young age every day, Lord, move me in the direction for which you created me. And say I get married, whoever I get married to, that's probably not an accident. I've been praying about this every day. Maybe not show me the one I'm to marry, but that's included in that whole prayer. Move me in the direction for which you created me. Imagine if at a young age we start praying that prayer and pray it every day. It's a powerful prayer. And then when God does that, whatever he created you for, he will move you in that direction. And the outcome of that is too, that is, if you pray that and that comes about, that'll be the happiest you are in this life and in the next.